Hello and welcome to Whisky Resource. My name's Mark. This is review number 79. I'm going to be reviewing a bourbon. It's a sample of Colonel E.H. Taylor Jr. Picked up from Masters of Malt as a sample of Drinks by the Dram. Full bottle has an average retail price of £95.03. It is bottled at 50% ABV. Now Colonel E.H. Taylor, this particular brand, is owned by the Sazerac Company, so it is more than likely it's distilled at the Buffalo Trace Distillery. There's quite a few different brands made there. As far as we can tell, it is chill filtered. Of course, being a bourbon, it doesn't have any added colour. In terms of value score and overall score, once again, you can go and find them out from my website in the write-up that I'll be doing. So I'm going to get straight onto it and just give you a quick overview as to whether or not this £95.03 straight Kentucky bourbon, or Kentucky straight bourbon, is actually worth it. So it's quite a deep colour, I can imagine. For the 6 years that it's in the cask, that much we do know in terms of age. 6 years. It's on the nose. So we're getting that typical bourbon nose of oak, caramels, bit of fruit going on there. Now usually you would get maybe lemons and honey, that kind of thing, but I'm actually getting apple on this. It's like a caramelized apple pie. Bit of plain sugar, maybe. It's that kind of a ethanol type of estery smell coming off it, maybe. I've just realised I might not have brought any water up. No, that's empty. So I want to go with, unfortunately, a bottle of water that was just up here. No, not really get much more. It's pleasant enough. It's not. It's probably a bit sweeter on the nose than some bourbons I've had. Let's see what's like on the palate. The initial sweetness that you get on the palate, that goes really quickly. And you get wood. Spiciness, spice of cinnamon. I think this probably got quite high rye content in this. It's predominantly corn, but I think the rye must be quite high. It is quite spicy, but the age of the cask will have an influence on that as well. Toffee. Treacle toffee more. It's like a black treacle toffee actually. The alcohol at 50% is very manageable. It doesn't come across at all too hot. It's actually disguised quite well the strength of the alcohol. The wood, the oak, it's still there. It's developing more. I'm trying to say what it's. A bit burnt. The oak's developing a bit more of a burned. Not smoky. Just charcoal. Oiliness. It's actually quite pleasant. I've added some water. That's added a bit of sweetness on the nose. A bit more honey's breaking through now, and that treacle is still there. Apples have subdued a bit. It's like freshly varnished wood on the palate. Touch of vanilla coming through now. That oak is intensified. It's not as burnt on the finish now, but still quite drying. Now I'm thinking of scores for this now. I do like the strength, but it's not doing an awful lot. I think this could do with being a bit stronger, actually. Unlike that Blanton's that I tried not too long ago, which you can see the review of, which was far too hot, and that was very drying. I think this could do with a touch extra strength. I think I figured out what the score's going to be on this one. Would I buy a bottle for £95? No, I wouldn't buy a bottle for £95 at all. Is it worth £95? No. I don't even think it's worth half of that price. Would I try it again? No. No. It doesn't offer enough. It's too expensive. And for the price you're paying for a 6-year-old 50% ABV whiskey, I can't see where the money's going, to be honest. I'm glad I've tried it, but I wouldn't be buying it. I wouldn't be recommending it. That says it is a nice drink, and you can see the review of my score on the website. Cheers.